Dad?
Hmm?
Can I come in? I'd like to...
Oh, Roxy, look, I have a lot of work to do tonight. Could this wait? Is it important?
Yes, I think very.
Isn't it something you could discuss with your mother?
Well, I really need to talk to you, Dad. I'm sorry if I'm taking you away from your precious legal briefs.
Hey, it's okay. Sit down. Well, shoot.
Well, did you hear about the girl that was murdered last night? The one they found in Hunter's Dunes?
Yes, I ran into Ernie Cooper when I went out jogging this morning. He told me about it. Did you know her?
No, she didn't go to Jackson High. At least I never saw her there, but, well... Oh, well, I think I may know who murdered her.
What are you saying?
Well, Ursula and I know this guy. His name is Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Bloom, and he moved to Rocky Shores last fall.
Yes?
Well, last night I dropped by Lee's house. He lives on Seabreeze. I just stopped by to say hi, but the house was totally dark. And as I stepped up to the front door, I heard a girl scream.
The front door was open?
Yeah, it was open, and I stood on the front stoop, and I heard a girl scream. And I heard Lee. He and the girl were fighting.
They were fighting or arguing?
Well, it started out as arguing, and then I heard the girl yell, "Let go of me!" And I heard a crash, and she screamed. This time she was really frightened, and then I heard fighting.
And what did you do? Did you call out or try to stop them or anything?
No, I ran away.
You didn't think about calling the police?
Well, no, I was scared, and I didn't know if it was a really serious fight or not.
I see.
I mean, I didn't think he was going to kill her.
Shh, okay. Well, why didn't you tell me about it when you got home?
Oh, you got home really late, and I didn't know if I should bother you with it or not. I just didn't know what to do, and then when I heard this morning that they found out the girl's body, I just...
It's okay, it's
Oh,
okay.
Dad,
Are you all right?
yeah, I guess.
Look, we have to go to the police,
Yeah.
and you know that.
Yeah,
We have to go tell Chief Harms.
yes.
They drove in silence through the rain. The steady click of the windshield wipers and the splash of the tires against the puddled road were the only sounds as Roxy slumped in the seat beside her father. The Rocky Shores police station was a small white clapboard building behind the post office. 2 black and white police cruisers were parked out front. Roxy followed her father across the muddy parking lot to the building. Her father held open the wooden door for her, and she stepped into the brightly lit reception area. A police radio crackled in the background. At a metal desk, a young officer with short blonde hair sat doing a crossword puzzle. He looked up as Roxy and her father approached.
Hey, Mr. Nelson, how's it going?
Well, I'm not sure, Ferris. Is Harms back there in his office? Roxy and I have a story for him.
Yeah, go on back, but be careful. Don't get too close. He's in a bad mood. He might bite.
Mr. Nelson headed down the narrow hall. Roxy followed. There were 3 offices with frosted glass walls facing onto the hall. A tall, red-faced man with wavy gray hair stepped out at the center door.
Hey, Nelson.
Harms, you know my daughter, Roxy, right?
You bet.
Hi.
Roxy, I'm going to have one of my men read you your rights.
What?
And then I'm placing you under arrest for murder.
Roxy gasped. Her breath caught in her throat. Police Chief Harms was dangling the handcuffs in front of her face. His words echoed in her ears.
I'm placing you under arrest for murder.
Roxy stood there staring at him, her face white. The silence was broken by her father.
Harms, don't you ever get tired of that old joke?
Gets him every time. Scared you, huh, Roxy?
Yeah, you sure did, Chief.
We cops have to have some laughs. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here, Bill. Roxy may have some information for you about that girl's murder.
I see. Come into my office, please. Both of you.
They said they were going to pick up Lee at his house and take him to the station to question him.
Wow. I mean, wow. I knew Lee had a temper, but I never thought
I had to
that...
tell the police the whole story 3 times.
Oh.
He asked me the same questions over and over. It was terrible.
Roxy, are you okay?
I guess I'm just tense, that's all. Shauna, the police promised they wouldn't tell Lee that I told them about last night. They promised they'd leave me out of it.
But what if Lee saw you? What if he saw you run out of his house? Then he'd know that you were the one who told them. He'd know that you were a witness.
Yeah.
He could come after you next.
Oh, thanks for trying to cheer me up, Shauna.
I only meant...
Shauna, the police won't let Lee go. He killed that girl. He murdered her. They won't just ask him a few questions and then send him home. They'll arrest him. They'll lock him up.
I hope so. Did you tell Ursula? She should know about this.
I called her house a few minutes ago. Her mother said she was asleep. But I guess she's going to go back to work tomorrow. You know, at school. So I'll see her after my French class.
Wow. Well, she'd be surprised.
Yeah, to put it mildly. She won't believe we made a bet to go out with a murderer.
She won't believe she lost the bet. It must be a first time with her.
We both lost.
Did you see the dead girl? I mean, did you get a good look at her, Roxy?
Yeah.
What did she look like?
Pale. Very pale.
Just as she hoped, Roxy found Ursula back at work the next morning. Wearing a blue tank top over white tennis shorts with a matching blue hairband, Ursula was bent over the computer keyboard as Roxy came into the office.
Hi, Ursula. Welcome back.
Hi. Much better. Still a little stiff.
Oh.
I couldn't even walk yesterday.
I called you twice.
I know. Sorry I was asleep. The pills just knocked me right out.
Ursula, can you get away for a while? I have to talk with you alone.
11 o'clock? Well, I guess I could take an early lunch. Right. Got my sandwiches, my money. Okay, let's go.
They stepped out into the bright morning sunshine and followed a path behind the school building. It led them past the baseball diamonds and over some low, rocky dunes to the beach. Roxy sat down on a flat rock at the edge of the water and watched the few sunbathers on the dock in the distance. Ursula lowered herself carefully across from Roxy, pulling a strawberry yogurt out of her lunch bag.
Here, Roxy, shoot.
Okay, Ursula, you know we made that bet for $50?
Yeah?
One of us had to get Lee's Sharks cap and wear it to school. Well,
Yeah.
I decided that, but the only way I was going to get hold of that cap was to find it for myself and, borrow it for a while. So I went round to his house and I snuck into the
I
side door.
believe it! You cheater! Miss Straight Arrow of Rocky Shores was cheating on our bet. Sounds like something I might do.
So you're not angry?
Of course not.
Good. Well, now I wish...
Roxy knew Ursula might appreciate her tactics. She was so competitive herself. But Ursula's smile faded as Roxy told her story. When she had finished, Ursula just stared at Roxy, open-mouthed.
Oh, man, Roxy, you poor thing. You must have been so frightened.
I was. It was terrible.
And you don't know if Lee saw you run out or not?
No.
Oh, thank goodness the police have got him. What a horrible story. I can't believe I was out in the boat with him just the day before. All alone.
Shauna warned us he had a bad temper.
Who was the girl? Did you recognize her?
Well, she wasn't from Rocky Shores, I'm pretty sure.
Could have been me. Or you.
I know. You don't have to remind me.
They probably have Lee in the detention center at Rockford right now. We'll never see him again. Oh, heck, I'm late. I've got to run. You're okay, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll call you later then.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Roxy stood gazing out at the water, watching a sailboat disappear into the distance. Then she lowered herself back onto the flat rock and sat, letting the cool air play on her face, her eyes following the seagulls as they circled above her. She was starting to relax, thinking how lucky she was to have a friend like Ursula, so understanding and sympathetic. Suddenly, the air felt cooler. A shadow slid over Roxy. She turned to see what had blocked the sunlight. It was Lee, standing right above her, silent, looking down. His hands tucked into the belt of his jeans, his blue t-shirt fluttering in the wind. The small silver ring in his ear glowed in the sunlight like a diamond. He stared down at Roxy through narrowed eyes, and a strange smile crept across his face.
Roxy, I saw you. I saw you.
Roxy looked frantically around the beach, looking for some way to escape. How long had Lee been standing there, she wondered. Did he hear what she'd said to Ursula? And where had he come from?
Yeah. I saw you on your way to school this morning. Didn't you hear me calling you?
He's deliberately trying to scare me. He saw me at his house Saturday night, and now he's teasing me, torturing me. Or is he? What is he thinking behind those cold, dark eyes? No, I didn't hear you, Lee.
So, you're in summer school?
Oh, yeah, French.
Uh-huh. Your friend in summer school, too? Ursula? Is that why she hurried away?
So he did see us. He saw us talking. Did he hear what I said? Or does he know what I was telling Ursula without having to hear it? Ursula works in the office, keyboarding some of the files. Lee, I have to go. I'm late for my class. Oh, please let me go. Don't grab me. Don't kill me too, please.
Before Roxy could back away, Lee's hand was at her throat.
Hey, I like your locket, Roxy. It's very delicate, isn't it?
Lee, I gotta go.
Catch you later.
As Roxy hurried away over the rocks toward the town, she could still feel Lee's eyes on her. Knew that he was still smiling that strange, cold, dark smile.